Hello, everyone. I just wanted to touch base and share a bit about what's been happening because I've been hit and miss with being active on social media and YouTube and everything. There's been a lot of change happening, a lot of shifts. I lost my job in February. I've been looking for work and, just not finding anything and had one roommate move out and another roommate move in. And so getting settled with all of that. And, since earlier this year, I've just been in this huge um, research and creative mode. And it's funny. It's things that I really started to research when I was a kid, kind of before I understood, you know, much of anything. There were things that I was looking for, and I don't remember like where I got these thoughts from, but like I remember um, being in elementary school and knowing that like there was something in the Bible um, that was really important to know, and something with numerology and all this stuff, and like picking out these books and reading them and going like I don't know what this means. And so like coming full circle now, and you know I've mentioned that multiple times I'm reading the Ethiopian Bible, and looking at the the words and the meaning. The Ethiopian Bible has been untouched by the Vatican, so it's in its purest forms. Um, and so like as I'm reading it, and um like my body will have reactions where like there's something important or something isn't quite right with like the translation into English. And so I've been using ChatGPT of like what was the original Hebrew meaning of these words, like what does this mean, and all this stuff. So I've been putting together this, what I'm calling the Wise Warrior Academy, which is going to be multiple things as I progress. And but where I'm starting off with is like clearing all of the old programming, the parasites, the curses, the dark magic, um, the false gods, like all these things that really are still playing out, like even the slavery, and this having to give certain things um in order to be like the chosen, or like all this stuff. Like it's all this stuff that like I believe it's based on a deeper truth, but has been manipulated for, thousands of years and thousands of lifetimes that are still playing out. And so within the academy, it's going to be kind of, teaching of like, where did some of this stuff come from? Where is it in the Bible? What does it really mean? Um, and then going through collective clearings around whatever the topic for that day is. And, as from the group perspective, clearing that out, releasing it, and then taking everyone through guided meditations so that they have their own personal experience and their own personal release of these old energies, so that then, once we go through that clearing, then we can start to move into, connecting with the inner throne, which is all the stuff that Jesus taught, that has been lost in some of the more modern religions. That God is within. There's the our bodies are sacred, and so really connecting with that, connecting with the tree of life. Um, in order to really become like the true leaders as we move forward in the world. Um, because to me, even like the book of Revelation and stuff, all this stuff, all these prophecies are man-made, put in the Bible, with this future plan of, you know, we're going to enact this thing and then we're going to be able to fully control all of the people versus, us having our inner authority and claiming our power and claiming our leadership of this world, and releasing all those old controls. So even if you look at, the global elites, the evil or whatever, as a reflection of ourselves, like the collective energy, as we heal ourselves, as we release ourselves from these old curses and these old patterns and these old beliefs, you know, we shift the collective, we shift the energy within ourselves. Therefore, what's reflected outside of ourselves has to shift. It's the universal law, the law of correspondence, the law of vibration and frequency, all of those things. Like as we change, so too does the outer world change. And so we have to be really mindful, meaningful, and deliberate about what we're doing and what we're choosing. And so that's why, I'm starting this Wise Warrior Academy to really move us, from the clearing into that full potential and where we're going, the inner union, the outer union, all of those things. And it's a progression, a progress. Um, I think even if you have been doing clearing for a while, but if your life still isn't where it you want it to be, there are things that maybe you still haven't cleared, or maybe it's through this collective clearing that you have that release. And again, the fact that it's going to be building and moving people towards that goal, um, you're going to access and really reprogram the subconscious mind to hold that new vibration, that new frequency. So, that's one of the things. So the soul liberation kicks off we start on August 9th, which is a Saturday. I'm keeping it on the weekends because I think it's easier for people with work and everything else to find that time. Um, I'm also, if you're local, I do massage. I have a monthly special right now where it's combining the quantum Akashic readings that I do with body work. And so, really getting into the body and what is trapped and stored there, and releasing that. I've been doing that work for a few years now, and it's always this really powerful shift and powerful release, plus the body work to help the body feel better. I'm going to be offering, 15 to 20-minute recorded um, quantum healings, Akashic record readings, so like whatever you're needing help with. So, you'll um, purchase a session, and then I will, within 24 hours, do the reading for you and then send you the recording. So I'm doing a lot of things, trying to um, make life work in this crazy ass world that we're currently in. Some of my friends know the frustration of, the whole job search thing. It's definitely been interesting and a lot more scamming at the moment. So, I am forging forward. I'm also, if you're local, I'm offering that sound healing and guided meditation with my friend Hyun. Um, and yesterday, an opportunity just opened up. So instead of hosting it at my house, we're going to be hosting it at um, a company, a local business, um, off of Six Forks. So I'll be updating all of that information, and we'll have a little bit more space available than if we hosted it at my place. So I'm really excited about that. Yeah, so like that's kind of me in a nutshell. It's been, a crazy 2025, lots of ups and downs, tears and joy and yeah. If you have any questions, please ask. I'm a open book if you ask me questions. And I look forward to bringing all of this stuff, everything that I'm passionate about, um, to you. Keep an eye out for things. I'll post the links in the comments or the description if you're watching on YouTube. And yeah, I look forward to serving everyone and helping to be part of the shift that needs to happen in this world. So thank you, and I love you all. Bye.